Hi, I'm M. Jagadish, Associate Professor, CSC Department. In this section, we discuss about single inheritance. In the previous video, we know what actually single inheritance means. Single inheritance that indicates there is only one base class and only one derived class. We just go to derive a derived class from the base class. When we are deriving the derived class from the base class, it inherits all the properties of the base class, and also it just go to add new properties to the derived class. That what actually the single inheritance means. And now we just look at this single inheritance example program. Now in this, here we just go to define the base class. The name of the class is nothing but base. In this, in the private section, we declare one data member, that is int x, and in the public section we just go to specify, we just go to define a member function set x with parameter n. It indicates in this one we simply assign the value of n to x, and also we define one more member function show x, which is meant to display the x value on the output screen. Then close the class. Then we just go to derive a new class from this base class. So when we just go to derive a new class from the base class, then look at this example of the derived class. Now here we just go to derive a new class. The name of the class is nothing but derived, and here we are deriving a class from base class in public section or in public mode. In this, in the private section, I simply specify the data member int y. In the public section, we just go to specify a member function, define the member function that is set y with parameter n. Here, n value will be assigned to y. Then again, define the member function show y, which is meant to display the y value on the output screen. Then close the class. Now, how it is going to work means, now look at this. What happens when the asset specifier is public and what happens when the asset specifier is private? Now, take the first case. Now assume now we are deriving a derived class in the public. When we specify the public keyword which specifies that the base class will be inherited in the public mode, which indicates that all the public members of the base class will also be public members of derived class. Take one more case. If we derive a new class in private, when we derive the derived class in private mode, all the private members of the base class will remain private, whereas all the public members in the private will also be in private. We cannot access directly. So both the private members will never be accessed from outside of the class, that will be in the base class only, but the public members will be in private mode or private section in the derived class. Now when we just go to execute the function main program, it will be like this. Now I am creating the objects for the derived class, that is ob.setX, which is going to execute the member function which is there in the base class, and at the same time I am passing the value 10 to a function. So when I pass the value 10 to a function, that indicates here that the 10 value will be assigned to n, and the same n value will be assigned to x. That indicates totally the x value will be 10. When I just go to print the x value, it displays 10 on the output screen. Now set y of 20. Set y of 20, that indicates here I just go to execute set y function which is there in the derived class, and at the same time I am passing the value 20. So when I pass the value 20 here, then it is going to execute the set y function which is there in derived class and assign the value 20 to n. Now the same n value will be assigned to y. Now the y value is nothing but 20. Then come to the next statement. The next statement is nothing but ob.showx. ob.showx, that indicates it is going to print the x value on the output screen, that is nothing but 10. Similarly, ob.showy, which is going to print the y value on the output screen, that is nothing but 20. So this is the way how we just go to derive a new class from the base class. Now take the next case. Assume Now here I just go to derive a new class in private modes. When we just go to derive a new class in the private modes, now whatever the members that are there in public mode in the base class will becomes private members of the derived class. And we cannot access the member functions of the private members of the base class. And if you want to access the member functions, then you can access the member functions of derived class here. Now take the example class derived. Now here I am deriving a base class, sorry, derived class from the base in private modes. Now int y, same as it is, void set y of int n. Here I am assigning the n value to y. Void show y, simply it is meant to print the value of y on the output screen. Now come to the main function. When I just go to execute this program, then simply I just go to create the object for the derived class, that is derived ob, then ob.setX of 10. Then whenever I just go to specify the statement, it generates the error. Why? Because means now setX is in private. We cannot access that. Similarly, I just go to specify one more ob.setY of 20. SetY, this is nothing but related to the derived class. So there is no problem with this. The setY is a function which is there in the derived class. So it will be executes. Then ob.showY. ob.showY that indicates this is nothing much a member function in the base class which reflects to derived class in private modes. So we cannot access the private parts directly by means of the objects. So it generates error. Then ob.showby. Showby is in public modes. Public mode under the derived. So with the derived objects, you can access. So then it generates the outputs. It just simply prints the value of y on the output screen. This is the difference between the deriving of a new class in private section and in public section, or in private mode or in public modes. Now look at this one. Again, we just go to specify the same thing. Now class derived, here I just go to specify I am deriving a class derived in the private modes. Now what the thing here is, I just go to specify a set xy function in the public modes, the two parameters int n comma int m. Then in this I am calling set x function which is there in base class. So whenever I just specify this statement, then it immediately executes. It immediately executes a function in base class. And y is equal to m means simply I am assigning the m value to y. So this is the purpose of set xy function. Then show xy, which is meant to print the x value and y value on the output screen. So show x that indicates it is simply printing the value of x on the output screen. And here I just go to specify cout y, that indicates simply printing the value of y on the output screen. Now look at this. In this particular one, even though I am deriving a new class in the private modes, again I am just go to call the setX function and showX function which is there in the base class here in the derived class in order to execute properly. Then come to the main function. When I just go to execute the main function as it is, this function will work now. Now, in some cases, it is required to keep the base class member as a private and allow to derive that one in the derived class, or allow to use that member as the derived class. To do that one, here we just go to make use of one more, that is nothing much protected member. So by means of protected member, you just go to access that particular one which is there in the private member. If no derived class is there, then private member is same as, protected member is same as private member. If the derived class is there, then you can access in the form of protected. Now we'll look how it will be. Now look at this one, how we just go to use of protected members. Here class name, then open brace. You just go to specify the private members here. Even if you are not using private keyword, the members what we specified here will comes under privates. Then specify protected. Then define the protected members. Then public, define the public members. Then close brace, semicolon. Then this is the way how we just go to specify the protected members. Now look at this. I just go to specify single inheritance with base class. Now specifying the access control as public. When I just go to specify this one, come to the first one, base class. Here the base class name is A. In this private section, I specify A and J are the data members. In the public section, I am defining a function set with the parameters A and B. The A value will be assigned to I and B value will be assigned to J. Then I simply specify a function named as show. Then I'm printing the values of I and J on the output screen. Then close the class. Now base class terminates. Then again, go for the next one. Here we just go to derive a new class. That is nothing but B from the base class A in the public section. Int K, which is under the private and under the public. Here I just go to specify constructor B with parameter X. K is equal to X. And then I just go to specify one more member function, show K, which is meant to print the K value on the output screen. Then close the function, close the class. Thereby class terminates. Then come to the main function. Now in the main function, I just go to create the object B for the base class B. Now here it is a constructor. So simply I just go to specify passing a value directly, which invokes the base class constructor. And then B dot set of 1, 2. B dot set of 1, 2 that indicates simply I just go to specify this particular function set function by passing 1, 2. So I'm just going to specify, I'm creating the objects for the derived class B, and I just go to execute a function set of 1, 2, which is meant to execute the set of 1, 2 function, which is there in this one. Set of 1, 2, this base class function. So that one value is assigned to A and two value is assigned to B. Then the same values 1 and 2 is assigned to I and J. So in this manner, it just go to specify the I value and J value. Then next, B dot show. B dot show that indicates it simply go to specify the show function which is there in base class. So the show function which is there in the base class means it simply executes the show function which is used to print I value and J value. That is nothing but this function. Then B dot show of K. B dot show of K that indicates it is going to execute the show K function which is there in derived class. So it is done to execute this function which is used to print K value. So likewise, you just go to print the I value, J value and K value on the output screen like 1, 2 and 3. This is the way how we just go to work with single inheritance, that to deriving a new class in public modes. Then take one more case. What happens when we derive a new class in the private modes? Now, here we just go to derive a new class in the private modes. This is same as it is. We are simply defining a class A as a public and specifying the same thing as earlier. Now, come to the derived class B. Now in the derived class, I am specifying that I am deriving a class B in the private modes. And the remaining is same as it is, the same functions. Now what happens when I just go to derive a new class in private? Now come to this one. So when I just go to specify this particular one, execution of the functions. Now first of all, I am creating the object B for the derived class B with passing the value 3. So B of 3. B of 3 that indicates it is going to execute this constructor. That is nothing but this one. So the X value is 3 and same 3 value is assigned to K. Now the K value is 3. Then come to the next statement. Now B dot set of 1, 2. B dot set of 1, 2 that indicates it is going to execute the 1, 2 set of 1, 2 function. So set of 1, 2 function that indicates it is nothing but this one, which is there in base class. So whenever it is going to execute the base class function, then it generates the error. Why? Because means it is under deriving in private. So we are unable to access this function, set function. So it generates the error. And B dot show. So B dot show that indicates show is also under private, so we cannot access this particular one. So automatically generates the error. So when we are defining a new class or deriving a new class in private mode, then definitely we cannot access the base class functions by means of derived class objects. It generates the error if you try to access. Thank you.